The biggest station in the world, playing all of today's hits. You're listening to Instinct Radio.
Welcome to another episode of the 710 Slickville Show. Good evening, and we are so glad to have you all. I am your host, Jay Brown, a.k.a. Mr. 710, and I am joined by the mailman. What's going on, buddy?
I'm here. Life is good.
And as you all can see, we got one of the ones that was supposed to show up, and it's all good. We got the great Whitney. What's going on? How you doing? I'm doing well. I'm glad you made it. Look, we apologize for the little delay getting going, but it's all good. We'll blame that Uber driver. He didn't know what he was doing. You know, hope you shorted him on the. No, don't short him on the tip. But look, everybody. Before we get going, did everybody have a good Thanksgiving?
Yeah, I did. Mine was excellent.
What'd you do?
Well, I had Thanksgiving at my house.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So you cooked?
Oh no, I didn't do the cooking. I just did desserts this year.
Okay. So wait, so it was catered?
No, well, I mean, my family is very large. I have like 6 brothers and sisters, so we all like pitch in, and my mom's here. So.
Oh, snake! That's that old school family right there. That's
absolutely.
good. So where do you rank on that?
I'm the second oldest.
Okay.
6. My father has 10. And I have like my half brother from my father moved down here, so it's 7 of us here.
Okay. So. Like your father had every member of the Temptations ever made.
Right.
He had a football team.
That's what I'm talking about.
Somebody said keep close.
Yeah, you probably need to move a little bit closer to the mic, get that closer to you. And look, before we get going any further, you all know what this is. This is an interactive show. So go ahead and comment. We need your comments. Go ahead and like. Go ahead and hit those hearts. Go ahead and, like I said, if you want to call in, the number is 478-569-6474. If you got any comments or anything like that, like I said, flood that chat room. This is an interactive show. Like I said, what'd you do for Thanksgiving, Mo?
Man, my folks was here. My mom, dad, they came down. You know, my sister's here. Cooked it up. We went over my aunt's house in Stone Mountain.
I used to live in Stone Mountain.
Watched some football. Had some chillin', man.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Hey.
Chillin'?
Yeah, chillin'.
I didn't know real people still ate chillin'.
Man, come on, man. You for real?
Yeah, man.
You give me some hot sauce, I'm killing it.
Hey, you can get over the smell?
I don't even worry about no smell because I don't cook them, man. So I'm all right. Once they in my plate, I'm turning them chillins up, man.
Man, that smell alone, like just.
Really? It's so bad for y'all. Huh?
I mean, I remember my grandma used to be in the kitchen like cleaning the chitlins and
they stay cleaning.
Yeah.
They real bad. I mean, they had to clean them outside.
Yeah.
They had where they would put onions in the sink or whatever to keep the smell from whatever. But I eat it.
Hey man, that smell be rough, yo. I remember they come in with that big old bucket.
Yeah. That big bucket.
See that you use the bucket for chillings, then wash your car with. Nah, you don't want to do that.
The red bucket. Big red bucket.
Hey, but look, if you hadn't already done it, go ahead and share this feed. Share this feed on your timeline. All you got to do is press that little square down in the left-hand corner of your Facebook chat. Share this feed. That's what I'm talking about. Do that for your boy. All right. And so, look, this was this topic. You know, we had a couple good shows these last few shows talking about dating and relationships and stuff like that. And we were trying to figure out how we was going to follow this up. And one of the things that I told my cousin, I told Shark, I was like, man, I was gonna have something that was gonna be a little different, maybe a white police officer or a porn star or something like that come on the show. And I was told maybe not the white police officer because I might get arrested just for my thoughts or whatever. But and they was like, well, what about a dancer? Was one of the things that came up.
Did Sharky say that?
Nah, that was my wife. Said
wow.
Wow.
But I don't
She's
think
cool.
I don't think she was for real. I don't think she was for real. Cause when I told her, she asked me Friday. She was like, "So, what's your show gonna be about?" I was like, "So I'm gonna have the dancers on, like you said." And she was like, "I was just playing." You fell for that? And I was like, well, absolutely. Absolutely. You shouldn't suggest stuff like that.
No.
No. No, it's all good. But yeah, she said you fell for that. And I was just like, absolutely. I feel like it's going to be a great show because it's something that the strip club industry or the exotic dancers and stuff like that is stuff that they're interested in, kind of scared to talk about a little bit. And what we have right here is somebody that's been through it all as far as the ranks. Like, so you've.
Right, how did y'all find me?
Hey, look, I'm smart. Yeah, I'm real smart. It's all good.
This guy can find anybody.
Okay.
But it wasn't in a bad way. We have mutual friends. I put it like that. And so that's Atlanta. It's a 6 degrees of separation here, and for it to be a city like it is, it's still, for as big as it is, it's still small. And so a lot of people know the same people, and like I said, it's one of those things. It's all good. Like you happen to be the perfect person for this conversation because you bartend. Well, you're the bar manager now, right? Mm-hmm. And you danced at one point, right?
Yes.
And so I
still would if I needed to.
Well, see, that's what we're talking about. See, you've had the whole gambit, experienced it from the beginning, from the rooter to the tutor, as they say on the as they said in Boomerang. So when did you start?
Okay, so I initially did not start off as a dancer.
Mm-hmm.
I started off as a waitress. I was working you remember Baker's, the shoe store, back in the day?
I've heard of it, yeah.
Right, your wife probably knows about it. Okay, so I was like a manager at Baker's, and my homegirl was a bartender. And she was like, you need to come work with me, girl. Like, I was like, nah, like, I'm getting this paychecks. I was making, like, almost $40,000 a year. And she was like, no, you can make more. Like, your paycheck that you're getting, you can make that in, like, one night. And I was like, what? So then I came and I started waitressing. Mm-hmm. And I was making that in one night, even more sometimes. And then so I had to choose because I was in college. So I had to choose between, waitressing or being a manager. So I chose waitressing. And then I worked my way up in 6 months to a bartender, and then I doubled my money. And then a really, really crazy incident happened 6 years later, and then I didn't work at all for a year. And then that's when I was like, you know what, I want my own money because I had a guy that was actually taking care of me. Uh-huh. So when a lot of girls say, oh, my dude is doing this for me and that for me, but when you really have somebody taking care of you, they control your whole financial income, everything that you do, from when you eat, when you sleep, if you put gas in your car, if you can go anywhere, if you're going shopping, if you're partying. And I had a son, so I decided, you know what, I'm about to just start sneaking out of town. So I started sneaking and going to South Carolina, and then I went there for a month, and I was like, you know what, this is money, but I know I can make more. Mm-hmm. So then I started sneaking off to Miami, and I made $2,000 in 30 minutes, and I was sold.
So you where if you don't mind?
King of Diamonds.
You in King of Diamonds? That's you went straight to the top.
Oh yeah, because when I first came in, I'd already known the hustle because I said I was a waitress, and a bartender. So when you are on that side of the situation in the club, you pretty much watch everything, everything, you know how to get money. So it wasn't hard for me.
Okay.
So I came in with a little bit of experience, and I had a lot of friends that were strippers that gave me a lot of guidance.
Gotcha. Because I was wondering, how the start was, and so you have some ladies that start at a certain club and then work their way up through the ranks. They might start off at wax, and then
that's a horrible place to start.
But I mean, you don't. Do people, I
started off at Blaze.
Okay. So, if you had to, if it was you got A clubs, you got B clubs, C clubs, without bashing Blaze.
Actually, Blaze is still getting a lot of, I made the most money bartending at Blaze, even to this day.
Where's Blaze?
It's on the south side, off of Moreland Avenue, Club Blaze, because it's right there by the truck stops and everything. So it's like a lot of dope boys, a lot of corporate men.
I'm trying
Since
to
it's a
think.
different crowd, like you get white, it's owned by white people. They have the same management, same owners for over 30 plus years. You know, I made a lot of money there.
Is it far from the drive-in movie theater?
No, it's actually maybe like not even 10 minutes.
Oh, okay. Damn.
Starlight.
Yeah, I might have passed it then.
Yeah,
I
well, it's the
didn't even know
opposite
what I was
direction
looking at.
though.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like when you get off on 285, you would probably go left, and if you were going towards Starlight, you would go right.
Gotcha. See.
I got a question. How is it from going from making all that money to dancing and then go to a bartender? How did that
Actually, bartenders make more money than dancers. The reason being is because our money is more consistent. So back then, I was averaging about $1,500 a night, and the dancers might come in and they might have, a good night, maybe once or twice a month, but they're averaging about $500 because they have to pay for outfits, shoes, tip out, all types of things. Versus a bartender, you're coming in and you're getting paid to come in and you're making tips, and then also at Blaze, like, if you sell like a certain amount of alcohol, you get bonuses, and if you sell a certain amount of bottles, you get a percentage off of every bottle. So your money's more consistent. So, and you pretty much know how to maintain your money because you're not keeping up with the Joneses. So you're able to save more. You know, it's just kind of like being
it would be a big transition, like.
Nah, actually, I felt stupid after I started dancing. It was like I said, it was a really crazy situation that happened to where I stopped working there. But I really felt stupid. Like, at the moment, like when I started dancing, like it taught me a lot of game. So I feel like I gained, But I felt kind of crazy, like after a while, which is why I went back. But we'll get to that later.
Okay. So the motivation. I'm gonna go ahead and get this. What up, Laro?
What's up, Larry?
So the motivation in general to get started was just your homegirl, kind of like in Players Club. Like
Yeah.
she just came in and
That's
just on a
exactly
whim
how
and
it
was
works.
just like, hey, you doing good here. Let's go ahead and, dang. So did you have any reservations behind it before you got started?
No, I actually hated strippers because my son's father cheated on me with the stripper. Like, we were about to get married, and that's the reason why we did it. So, like, I hated the strip club. I hated strippers. I didn't like the whole thing. I never been to a strip club before. I was just kind of reserved and conservative. I was in college. I went to Georgia State University. I was an Eastern Star. I still am. So, for me, it's just, complete opposite. Like, I hated it.
Dude was tripping.
Yeah. Oh, he's paying for it now.
Oh, yeah. Dang.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Dang. It's funny, like when people say like you hear a lot of people saying, it was about school. Where if you had to put a percentage on it, as far as like the number of dancers that actually say that they are dancing to pay for school, what would you say?
I'd say maybe 10% of them. Not even 10. I would probably say 8 out of 100%.
Wow.
Really doing that?
Are really doing it?
No, that actually finish.
Oh,
but
okay.
there are a lot of them that are still doing it. There are a lot of them that start, then they stop, and then they start again. Because, like I said, the money for a stripper is addictive. You really kind of are put in this category, and they kind of brainwash you to a sense. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, having a pimp, pretty much. Like, you get brainwashed because not necessarily somebody telling you things, but it's because of the things that you see. And there's no manual given to you when you walk in the strip club and be a stripper. Like, back then when I was, when I started, it was different from what it is now. Now it's like, as soon as you come out of high school, they go to the strip club, which is why they just passed this new law last year saying that, instead of being 18, you have to be 21 now.
Really?
To even waitress or do anything. Because a lot of girls come in and they waitress and they transfer to being a dancer. I just had a girl switch last week who came in as a dancer. She was really cool with me. I was like, you know what? I really don't think you need to dance. I'm going to give you a job as a waitress. And she kept every day, like, watching the dancers. She wanted to be a dancer. There was, as much as I tried to tell her, like, yo, I've done this before, because I cared about her, like, I've done this before, this is not where you want to go, like, you would definitely make more money doing this, and she was just like, you know what, like, I want to be a dancer. She told me, she's like, please don't get mad at me. I said, baby, I'm not going to get mad. So her first day dancing again, I threw, like, some ones on her, because I'm like, that's what she wants to do. Like, I tried. There's nothing I can do to help her.
Hey, what up, B? You know, because that's, man, I had thought of a question I was going to ask you, but it was just one of those things where I could see that. And do you have times where you like I didn't know that they could actually, that's what I was thinking about. I didn't know that you could serve alcohol at 18 though.
Yeah,
like,
I was serving alcohol before I was 21.
I thought you had to be 21.
Like
I mean,
what you call, like the wing
Restaurant,
house,
you got things, you got Dugan's, you got all these different restaurants in the city, and those kids are they're kids. I mean, they're serving alcohol.
I thought you had to be 21 to even get in. You had to be 21 to get in as a dude, or I could just.
Oh yeah, you did have to be 21 to get in as a customer, but you could actually serve liquor at 18.
Oh wow.
It's in DeKalb County. I'm not for sure in DeKalb County because Blaze is DeKalb County, so I'm not for sure if they have the law. But I know the city of Atlanta, definitely they have the law.
Okay.
Yeah.
We came down here one time. My cousin had to sit in the truck because he was under 21. He'd be 20. He was gonna be 21.
And y'all left him in the truck?
Yeah, we left him in the truck.
It's too late now. You got.
We had no choice.
That's crazy.
We want me to drive all the way back.
Yeah, that's.
I was, hey.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Too, so it wasn't like we lived here.
So let me ask you this. So overall, because people. When I was telling people at work and a couple people about the show, they was like, ask her what was her best night.
Oh, I can tell you that.
You remember that night?
I actually had several of them. I danced for Neo one time. I made $10,000 in like an hour. I danced for Lil Wayne. I made
Go ahead.
Maybe like $13,000 in like an hour. Money Mayweather, Floyd, I danced for him, made about $10,000 an hour. I've had several birthday sets where I've made $10,000 on one stage set. That's not even including the money that I made, like, you know.
Man, I'm in the wrong business. I'm about to.
But I mean, it's easy to have those good nights, but then you got to think about the other nights that you have, like, and then you got to think about what you do with your money the next day. Like, you can have $1,000 night, and I can have a $10,000 night. But if I have the mindset of keeping up with what everybody else has going on, and I go and spend my money the next day, or I'm getting the newest cars and newest clothes and stuff like that, which is what I was initially doing when I first started,
right?
Versus actually putting that money up and thinking about the reason why I got in there. Because I'm looking at all the other bad bitches around me and all that, like, then it would have been different. But so you saved, so you made more than me because I spent my money the next day or even the next week, and I ain't have nothing at the end of the week. Had to go back to work. Because rent was due.
Well, yeah.
You know?
That's a lot of.
Yeah, you got to remember, everybody don't dance in Atlanta and Miami. You got to think about them other small towns. They don't get
a lot of people in the small towns make more money than Atlanta because they have nothing else to do. Like, if you go to a lot of girls from Atlanta go to South Carolina, for example. They might make, like, $2,000 in one night, but they have nothing else to do. They have nothing but drug dealers in a small hick town where there's nothing else to do.
You about right.
And they have nothing but to do but to go to the strip club, and they have, like, maybe 2 clubs in their city.
And so, I mean, that makes sense because you think about one of those small towns, and just think about if they had a strip club where you stay, and let's just say the caliber of woman that would be in there, and then you have some that import they bring in,
right?
And you're like, wait a minute, who is this? Rain.
These are the clubs that we're hosting, like the popular girls that we're hosting. Mazzani, Black China, because we all came up together. Tip Drill, there are a lot of girls. Right now, the new generation, Keisha Jackson, Fuck Fame, these are all new generation, but these are the clubs that we were all going to and hosting, the small cities. They're paying us $1,500, $2,000 to show up, then we're going there, and then we're making money on top of that.
Oh, that's winning in these streets. You know what? I'm about to be a stripper.
Like Bernice Burgos, who's getting paid what $5,000 just to come show up and bartend or host an event because she's a bartender in New York. Like
that's so. Is that like the ultimate goal in it, or I mean, is it? I mean, of course, it's gonna be different for everybody, but
that's not mine. But I don't know. I mean,
I was just thinking because I know the game seemed like it's a lot different from back in the day, especially with like social media and stuff like that.
Oh God. So like the game like extremely changed from when I first came, and my initial goal and what I initially wanted to do, and I had to switch everything around because it was a completely different, perspective on everything.
So, well, how did that change for you though?
I mean, social media changed it. Like, I mean, you might have came in and thought that you were going to open this business and do this and do that. And then you had social media. So then you got the opportunity for, you know how they say the game is sold, not told, right? Mm-hmm. So here you have, like, all these girls who are popular and who are in this industry. And it's like kind of like a secret society. But then when you introduce social media, it opened up for everybody. Because at first you just had Facebook and Twitter. Right. So nobody actually got to see like what was really going on. Mm-hmm. So then people are learning from this. And so then you have more people that are joining into it, which means that you're taking away from the people who have been in it for a while.
Putting in there. Yeah. That's been putting in the work. Okay. That makes sense.
When people started posting stuff on social media that shouldn't have been on there,
So like posting like stunts and stuff like that, like the tricks?
No, or just everything, the money, everything. Like, just like... girls still do it, and they don't like. This is why the girls who are 18 coming out of high school want to go and be a dancer, because they're seeing like, hey, this girl just posted all this money, and they don't even know that this girl is flexing. Like right now, there's bartenders and waitresses that are having these classes, saying they can teach you how to be a bottle girl or a bartender. Right? They're posting the money that they actually like. When you are a bartender, you have a running tab for the night, or I mean a waitress. You have a running tab for the night. Mm-hmm. So this is all the drinks that you sold. This is not the money that you made. These are the drinks that you sold. So they're posting that money and making it seem like they made all this money and they didn't make it. Like, but then they're going saying like, oh, we're going to have a class and teach you how to do this. And they're scamming you.
Hey, that's part of the hustle.
That's the hustle.
like
that is definitely part of the hustle. That's interesting, man.
Everything is a hustle, though.
Everything is. So it's like it's just social media. You don't really know actually what it takes and what to do, but it's like you see it and you think like.
Hey, Mel, man, let's start a class on how to speak correctly on these microphones.
You should, because everybody else is doing it.
Somebody
instead of people going to college.
Somebody might actually. You know what? And then we can start selling flat tummy tees too.
Hey, why not?
You get enough. We gotta get our followers up. That's what I heard. You gotta get your followers up so that they can see if you want to sell some flat tummy tea. And we gotta do some setups too.
It's been a while.
So all right. So how do y'all practice? Like, is it like to
dancers?
Yeah. Do dancers go out there and practice? Like, what is the? Because I mean, we go out and see them do their thing, and it's like, all right, is this rehearsed? Because it's not necessarily a routine, but y'all practice like tricks.
Everything.
So how long y'all work on that?
I mean, it just depends. I mean, it depends on how you are in your craft. Like, we have girls actually at V Live, the club that I manage right now, that actually come in the daytime and they'll literally practice on a pole, and they'll practice for like hours until they get it. They might have a partner, and they might, now girls are teaming up. Like, you remember Spider and Magic back in the day, King of Diamonds.
Hey, I saw like I went to Onyx one time, and there was one girl she was at the top with her leg wrapped around the thing, and then there was another one that was holding on, and I was just like, that's amazing.
They real deal, man.
And so that's the type of stuff that they work on, like during the day.
I had a friend, she had a pole in her house. And I tried to climb up that thing, man. And that was when I was, going to the gym and playing ball. Like,
Royalty has one at her
I was
house.
like, nah. I tried to get up there, man. It was no way.
Yeah, they
So
take this very seriously.
How y'all do that? How y'all get
Well,
up there?
I don't do the pole anymore because when I first did it back in the day, when you get breast implants, you're not really supposed to be using your muscles like that. That's why you see some girls have like one titty going like this. Well, y'all don't, if y'all come to the strip club, y'all see.
I mean, hey,
But
I've been there
like your
before.
muscles can contract, you know what I'm saying? So I actually bust one of my bags trying to
Oh, wow.
do some pole stuff.
Did that hurt?
No,
Well, it just.
leaks out inside of you like you got to pee,
Oh,
like an IV.
Oh man.
And I had to go like the next day and get it redone.
Oh, so it's not
But you get
emergency.
insurance. Yeah, no, you get it. You have insurance, so
Well, they make insurance for everything. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, man. That makes sense, though.
I'm gonna get some.
Hey, if you could, hey.
I'm gonna get some boob insurance.
Y'all are a mess.
I'm about to.
Hey.
Is
Let's
that?
not get into
Hold on.
the
Y'all have the weirdest questions.
No, because I just think outside the box. And you know what? I work. So I'm a workers' comp claim assistant by day, and I wonder if that will fall under that category.
You don't know.
And that's the
Miscellaneous.
thing right now because a lot of the clubs are like switching to where you're an employee versus being an independent contractor. Because that's another thing. The girls are like suing all the clubs
Oh wow.
Damn.
and winning. So like now they want to be employees, and so now like if you work a certain number of hours, you fall under.
See,
Wow.
but
Like it's really becoming legal. It is. We file taxes. We do everything. We we have to get licenses. You cannot have a felony. You can't have like any background. You get fingerprinted every year. You have to go in and renew. Like they watch you.
see this.
If you have like felonies, you can't even like work in the club at all. Period. No job, security, nothing.
Oh man. Well, that's.
That's the government trying to get in on it.
No, they've been on it.
That
That's
makes
been
me
going
feel
I
on.
mean, but I'm saying for them to make everything like legal, I mean, you have to like go through all this stuff. They really trying to get in on it.
I mean, they are in on it. Just like they have liquor license. Everybody can't get a liquor license.
No, that's true.
Yeah, they've been. I mean, this has been since day one.
You say, see this.
You gotta.
My mom want to know what's the age limit. Like, so we know 18 or 21 now is the bottom. What's the top?
I know a girl that's 50.
Damn.
Yeah, I know somebody who like.
Yeah,
55.
OG India is 50. I think. I don't mean to say her. But
It's
she's
all- it's all
fine
right.
though,
It's
and
all
she
right.
has 2 daughters that are beautiful, and she's fine, and she has her daughters are entrepreneurs, and she's still getting money. So if she's still getting money and she look better than the girls that's coming in, then why not?
So 50 is not the cutoff age because they're still going. But you know what I did? I did see
Oh, there's in a white club in Miami. I think there's a lady older than that, like the older women, like the Brazilian and stuff. They still get surgery and they're still working. Cheetah has a lady that's old as crap.
So that's past MILF. That's like a grandma.
That's milk.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's grandma. I went to a spot with one of the guys that with Jack one day, and he the owner, one of the owners, and this girl was doing this dance, and I was like, I know she old. I know she's old. Yeah, she was clearly born in the 60s.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure. I'm not gonna say the name of the club, but it's across the street from Uptown Comedy Corner.
Oh God.
That boy wrong.
But yeah, I do have off the wall questions. That's just because
Is that stilettos?
well,
Is that stilettos? Because I think they're closing down right now.
yes. Okay.
The level pumps in the club. Whoever? Oh, I'm sorry. They go way back. My fault.
So, one thing about Atlanta, there are a lot of women that come to the club as patrons. Do you find that are they a distraction? Are they better tippers, or are they better
They're coming in
tippers?
there, they're trying to catch.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
snickety.
if I was him, I would do it too.
That's
But
the
see, because
spot.
the thing is, they think that the guys are coming in the club and the strippers are getting the guys, and that's completely false. And they think that because that's what they see and that's what they hear because that's the conception. But they come in there because they trying to catch. They trying to find them a dude. They trying to make themselves be known. They come in there with all their homegirls. They trying to get in a section. They do the same thing at the regular clubs. When they see bottles, what do? In the section. Same thing. But they want to see who has the money because they don't even know that the loudest guy in the room is the brokest guy in the room. They don't know that. They haven't paid their dues. They haven't spent their time in there, so they don't know the game. You know, they don't know. But they come in there and they're trying to catch. They're definitely not a distraction. We welcome them.
Yeah,
See, it was something that I went to that you had to, if you was a lady, you had to
Follies.
have a guy with you.
Follies.
Well, I don't know. It wasn't here. It wasn't in Atlanta.
Probably you gotta have a guy with you.
You have to.
Yeah, it's something that's like that. I mean, they don't let you come in without a guy.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Fontaine, we went to the club. We went to a strip club, man.
Say the name.
Yeah. It'd be all right. We went to a strip club in Arkansas one time with my cousin, and they were going to charge her double to get in, and they told her that she was not allowed to get up. She was not allowed to talk to anybody else other than us two. And if they were going to put her out. If she got up to do anything, she had to go straight to the bathroom and come straight back.
Bulldogs. I know you guys don't frequent Bulldogs, but I have gay friends that go to Bulldogs, and they hate women.
Wow.
Wait,
Like,
what's Bulldogs?
It's a male gay strip club, yeah. And they hate women. Like, you are not, like,
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So they can't even come in and spend no money.
You have to come in with a guy, but, like, they prefer you not to.
Oh, wow. Hey, what up, Saga? Appreciate you tuning in, my man. That's because I see women in there and they be out there throwing their money and whatnot, and and then we got.
There's some bosses out there.
But they be in there looking for the dudes that's out there.
Yeah, they want to get the attention of the guys. Like, nowadays guys. It's so easy for a guy to, the ratio is 10-1. It's so easy for a guy to get a girl. But if he's going to actually give his time and energy and marry a girl, like, a guy does not want a broke female. Mm-hmm. He wants a girl that's actually got something going on.
Amen.
Hustle. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and this is you know what I'm saying? Like, this is what girls don't know when they come in the strip club. Like, he doesn't want just because you look good, you can look good 24/7. Mm-hmm. But if you have nothing to follow it, then he's gonna get tired of buying you bags and shoes and clothes, and you just sitting at home. Like, that's not reality. It's 2017. So they going in there because they want to let him know, like, they got something going on.
Y'all hear that? They want to know that y'all got something going on. Or, especially if you're in Atlanta.
Right.
Cause
I think that's more so Atlanta. I can't really say because I just went to Mexico and it's completely opposite.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They want to take care of you out there. But here, they don't want to take care. They tired of taking care of you.
So
they feel like they wasting their time.
Shout out to Mexico.
I was about to send that good shout out to all the people down there in Cancun. I'm on my way one of these days. Yeah. So, how was Cancun real quick?
It was actually fun. It was really a lot of fun. And I, got to see the world from a different perspective. You know,
Is that your first time out the country?
No.
Oh, I was about to say.
No. That wasn't my first time. That was my first time in Mexico. And I definitely want to go back.
Oh,
yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
So let me
they treat you they treat you literally like I understand them now. Like, they work so hard, and like they don't have to pay all the taxes on the land and all that crazy stuff like us, but they work hard and they're working towards something. And then once they get it, they go and we're not free. Like, they're free. Like, we're not free.
But aren't they ain't poor out there?
What do you consider poor? Because they're building houses from scratch, and they have men that actually work and actually, are men. Versus here, you got scammers. They're not really men. I don't know. I don't consider it poor because I've seen some people who have houses that are like I actually went through the town and saw, but they're courteous to each other. They're not rude. They're kind. And the more money you have, the better they treat you. But you get treated like a king or a queen out there, like for real, for nothing, for like money that's nothing. Their dollar, the 17 of their dollars is one of ours.
Yeah, that exchange rate out there, you go. I mean, we were thinking about once we got old and decided that the U.S. wasn't it for us no more. Oh, we cashing out.
Yeah, I'm retiring somewhere else. I'm definitely not retiring here.
South America would be one of those places
and
because
they are so fine. The men are fine.
Well, I don't know nothing about that. I don't know nothing about that, but
they are so fine.
You hear that, X? You down there looking at Jesus and them.
I mean, they are fine.
That's your type?
She gonna go back.
I took pictures with some of them. They fine.
You just random like. Hey,
actually, one of the guys is like like you know how we have Good Morning America. Like he's like their like anchor for their Good Morning America out there, and like was trying to talk to me, and I'm like, you better back up. And he like, listen, baby, I could take care of you. I'm like, oh no.
Hey.
Stay over there.
not this again.
I probably I see why they end up with all them kids and stuff because the men actually cater to the women. Like I see why they have a lot of kids.
Yeah, and they're shooting that club up.
Yeah,
it don't even matter. Yeah. Hey, we will make a big family like yours at home.
Yeah, and they will they will take care of you for real.
Oh,
and they love black women. They love black women.
I mean, as they should.
Yeah.
You all are wonderful. I'm just saying, just in general.
They do.
Hey, look, like I said, if you guys have any questions for Whitney, or you got any questions on this subject in general, 478-569-6474. I got some more kind of questions for you. So, look, when you were dancing, well, I'm just in general, did y'all have a particular, like, for the lap dances, you know, when we first get to the club, I guess when we first get to the club, it'd be crazy. Like, we sit down. As soon as you sit down, you know, you have somebody walk up to you, hey, you want to dance? And you be like, wait, my seat not even hijacked. Can I get a beer real quick? Like, how do you choose who you try to approach for a lap dance?
I never did that. That is so like such vulture. Like that is like so like thirsty. That's like a thirst trap. You know what I mean? Like, and I always tell girls that. But those are the new generation of girls now. Like, they don't even know what to do. Like, they don't even know how to clean their pussy yet. So, I mean, that's the girls that do that, you know? But, you know, I mean, it is what it is. But a lot of girls do that, but I never did that. But I pretty much sit back and observe because, like I said, I was a bartender first. So, for me, it's kind of like you got to pay attention. You got to look and see what's actually going on. You got to see who's paying for the section, who's ordering the drinks, who's doing this and who's doing that. And you want to definitely make sure the customer has drinks or whatever before any of that. You know, you don't want to just rush somebody. You want to let them fill out the room. Because sometimes they might sit somewhere and then they might decide later on like they want to get up and move to somewhere else. You know? It just depends. But you have to pay attention. I mean, that's free game.
Free game. Hey, so all y'all rookies out there.
Yeah, but
let them sit down and order a drink first. And let their seat get warm for a second before you start trying to put that thing on them. Yeah. And learn how to wash your.
Be like Black Jesus. Getting free tonight.
Trying to kick it tonight. That might have been before your time, just a little bit.
God.
You didn't watch You probably didn't watch BET Uncut.
Uncut.
Yes, I did.
You did? Oh, she did talk about Tip Drill. That was on there.
Yeah, I'm real cool. Me and Tip Drill cool.
Oh, okay. You
She's actually on the Love and Hip Hop Miami coming up. Y'all should definitely tune in to Love and Hip Hop Miami. She's on there.
Well, then I guess I will then.
Yeah.
Guess
that's my dog. Yes.
That's not a bad Love and Hip Hop Miami. Okay. Yeah. So,
I'm about to ask you, how often did the girls in the locker room get to fighting?
Oh, only when it wasn't any money in the club.
Really? But was it a lot though? I mean, did you like frequently see it?
No, you really don't fight unless somebody tries you, but there are different rules. Like, for example, the biggest thing is like when a girl might get kicked out of a money pal. So a customer might say, okay, he might for example, a basketball player might come in and they might get like what 5,000-10,000 ones, and they might pick like 3 or 4 girls. But he might see somebody later on, and he might be like, "Oh, I want to add her in," but it's already money on the floor. So then it's like, no, bitch, like, get your ass from over here. You getting paid in your hand. We don't care how much money on the floor. And the dude might say, like, I don't care. She get an even cut of this money. And we'll be like, okay. And at the end of the night, that bitch knows she not getting nothing. But she might fight and argue and feel like she's entitled because it's the dude's money. But at the end of the day, it's the rules. It's like, you know, the rules behind the scenes that the customers don't know. Like, that's why you might see the girls pick it up and start all the way over because I was just over here dancing naked. Mm-hmm. You know? Like, I just took my clothes off. Like, bitch, I don't do this shit for free. Like, you know? Girls, even when they're on the stage, you see they don't get naked. They might dance around the pole, but unless it's money on the floor on the stage, they're not taking their clothes off.
You know what, I noticed.
Or at least you ain't getting an even cut. You might get, like, say for example, if it's already 3,000 on the floor, then the girls will split the first 3,000, and then the rest of it they'll split it evenly between the rest of the girls. You know what I'm saying? But nobody's getting naked for free, so that's like a big issue. That's one of the main reasons people fight.
Yeah. So I guess everybody's pretty much all get along because it's y'all in there for the common goal of just getting bread. But
yeah, you don't get along. I mean, you just coexist.
I was about to say.
Cause I was gonna say, how
too many times a bunch of women get along with each other.
Nah, you just coexist.
Like,
you have cliques, you have groups, you have the girls who are OGs and who you want to learn from. And thankfully, I came in and was cool with the OGs only because they knew me from being a bartender. Mm-hmm. You know, and then I came in and did the right thing. Like I went and got my titties done. I made sure I was on point. I used to go on stage with Jocelyn Hernandez at Onyx. Oh, yeah. Me, Jocelyn, a couple other girls that are very popular entertainers, and you know we all went on stage. 5 of us had the best stage set of the night before DJ Nando, rest in peace, passed away, and you know we were lit.
It was a rough day out here in these streets when Nando.
I think that's when this whole game changed for the whole strip club industry. Yeah,
man, they was like. It was a popular DJ. Speaking, because I had a question about DJs. Though they pretty much are they just as important to y'all getting money as anything else, right?
They're the most important person in the club.
Now, look, we had the I don't know what this is. We went when Shark and I went to the club. The DJ, I'm talking about, he's like, hey, y'all, somebody need to get up there and get some money on the stage. Had the music going. Did you have a favorite song while you was dancing?
Depending on what time of the year it was, you always have a favorite song. But as the songs change, like the strippers, like they just recently had on the news where Diamond from Magic City, she's actually still there. Mm-hmm. She just recently did a news. Like a interview on the news for 11 Alive or whatever it is, and like pretty much she was saying like the strippers pick the songs. Like if the stripper's not feeling your song, like it's not getting played in the club and it's not going on the radio.
Gotcha.
So like Gucci Mane, I remember when he used to bring in Future too, at Blaze, when they used to bring their songs in after they leave the studio, and you know, they would play it and the girls would determine if they like it or not. You know what I'm saying? We were feeling it. It didn't matter how much money they were throwing. If you're not feeling it, it's like digging it or dissing it.
So y'all were the A&Rs of the
streets,
thing. Yeah. And look, most people, I've been, like I said, did a little research, and it's funny to hear that because it's like they said if it didn't get played in the strip club, it never made it past that.
Like DJ Nando broke that song for Trinidad James, Gold All in My Check.
Yeah. I'll go to everything. Mm-hmm. And that was his last. He ain't do nothing else after that.
August Alsina.
He broke him too. I wasn't talking about Nando. I was talking about Trinidad James.
Yeah. I think he's kind of crossed over because he's still relevant, and then he's like really into the fashion right now too. So he's kind of getting his little buzz with that.
Oh, okay. So, had you ever dated a guy that you met at the strip club?
Yeah. But
But
it wasn't because I was in a strip club. It was like athletes. Like, yeah.
okay. So you already knew what that was. He just happened to be that. So it wouldn't be no regular dude, mailman.
I dated one regular dude, but he wasn't regular because he wasn't regular.
Yeah, I dated a bartender before. It wasn't no. I dated a bartender, not a stripper.
That's how I was trying to figure out, like, because I mean I'm pretty sure like the girls get hollered at all the time.
Yeah, but we're not in there for that. We're in there to get money. Like, it's like if you sleep with your customer or if you turn your customer into your boyfriend, you're not going to get any more money out of them. So it's like the whole object of the game is to not sleep with your customer.
Yeah, so y'all don't sleep with them dudes. Yeah, don't do that. That ain't what they there for.
Yeah, the whole object of the game is for him to be your customer. Like, you have some customers that you're cool with. They just come in there to show out. But if you have like a regular customer, you want him to be your customer. You want him to keep giving you money. You don't want him to give you money and then you sleep with him and then he stop giving you money because he gonna get tired of you and he gonna go to somebody else.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Cause you having those guys come back? Do you ever have a Myron like that little stalker?
Yeah.
A Myron.
Yep.
So how do you deal with that? Like,
you don't.
Because it's so
you conceal to carry. You get a license.
Because it's so much access. There's so much access.
You never take the same way home. There's a lot of stuff that you know. There's a lot of stuff you do. You never take the same way home. Security shouldn't let anybody leave if there's anybody still in the parking lot. Mm-hmm. Actually, there has been times where girls have gotten maybe I would say like the last year Nando was here. I know in Onyx there was girls that got like robbed and raped, like 8 girls back to back.
Wow.
Oh, that's no good.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's not good at all.
Yeah. So you get those types, but it's not really like they get mad and they, but it's crazy.
That's what's up. Look, I'm gonna switch it up just a little bit because we gotta pay a bill or two, and so look, gonna give a quick shout out to Beyond Clean. Think about the dirtiest place that you've ever been. If you dirty, then you probably felt at home. But I tell you what, if that place wasn't clean by Beyond Clean, then that's probably why it was dirty. Beyond Clean Services has been taking care of corporate cleaning services in the Chicagoland, Indiana area for almost 10 years. Give them a call at 708-829-4102. Superior Service is their product, and your building is not clean unless it's beyond clean. There we go. Go ahead and get that taken care of. Got a couple weeks, so I had to get that squared away. What we got?
Somebody asked, how was dating?
Oh, so hard. Okay, so if you do have a guy, so they want you to have like a goal, in which you should it's really more so your guy trying to tell you have a goal. If you're doing it, do it for a reason. You know what I'm saying? If he cannot financially take you out of that environment, you have some guys that are very understanding and they do something, be aiming towards something. And so it's if you're lost in the sauce, you're not gonna have that in mind, and eventually the relationship is gonna go.
Yeah, but okay. So with the dating, have you ever? I'm pretty sure it's fairly difficult. You ever had the jealous guy come up there and want to sit in and check on you and whatnot?
One of my boyfriends literally grabbed my hair in the club before.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
He was crazy though. That was the regular guy that wasn't regular.
See, that was one of the things that we was talking about 2 weeks ago. We had a relationship panel and we was talking about how to tell if a person was crazy. And what red flags did you look for? And what red flags did we
Definitely
look
a red
for?
flag right there.
I mean, yeah, if they out there, they ain't show no signs of
Man, I
possibly.
told the security everything. Nobody did nothing. They was just like, we didn't see it.
I'm talking about like before it got to that point, like he ain't show no signs of possibly grabbing no hair.
No.
Oh wow, you must have been doing some special dance moves.
I don't know what it was, but he was crazy.
That's what crazy is, though. You never know.
You never know. Yeah, it just happens. Like, you never know when somebody's crazy. Like, how you gonna know? How you gonna know somebody crazy?
You gotta ask crazy questions like, hey, so, like, have you ever busted out a window on a car or slashed some tires?
I think I dated him for like over a year before he did that.
Have you ever busted out a window in some car or slashed tires, threw some bleach on some clothes before?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, I have busted windows. I haven't slashed tires. What's the bell for?
Oh, that's just a thing. That's like a check mark.
Yeah.
Dang, man. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, hey, it happens. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, right?
Yeah. I mean, he had another girl in the house. That was a crazy situation.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's rough.
This
I almost
wasn't
went to jail. Yeah.
this wasn't the first dude that you that was,
Nah,
was
this
another
is
dude?
This is a dude that was regular, but not so regular.
Oh.
Yeah. And he put me through the most.
See, we probably should have had on for the relationship talk too, so I could have been like, why you keep getting cheated on, girl? That because we talked about everything. We had to do that one on two shows for that one because it was a lot of stuff. But
I mean,
yeah,
the relationships down here are crazy now anyway. Like, they're not regular relationships. Like, people have like open relationships, multiple partners. Like, people agree to anything now. So, like, and it's because social media.
Yeah, it's so easy now.
social media it makes the hold on, let me see. You see the signs are crazy, but we just choose to ignore it. Speaking from experience, that's coming from I am integrity. Yeah, well, maybe, sometimes crazy come with other stuff,
Mm-hmm.
So that just happened. So look, how different was we all seen the movie Players Club. How different was Players Club from real life reality?
No, that shit's real. That's exactly how it goes down. That's why they don't have a stripper reality show. Nobody will pick it up.
Cause it's that real?
Is that bad or is it
It's that bad?
Yeah, that's real. That's real life. Like, that stuff happens. You have girls who come in, girls who think they run everything, you know what I'm saying? And they really be jealous or insecure, you know what I'm saying? And then girls who set you up, girls who you might go do a party with somebody, and then you have all of that stuff. Like, for real. Like, that is real life. You get wrapped up in it. You have the girls who going in there to go to school. That's reality. That's it. You got the girls who have the pimps who are literally setting girls up just because they didn't make their quota so that they pimp can get the money. You got girls who do all of that. You got girls who will steal your bag of money. Like, you might go put your money in your locker. They will literally go take your money out of your locker. Like, you got girls who do all of that. Cut you out of money piles. All that.
That's tough. So I know a lot of places they don't allow you to record, and I saw, like, when we was for my cousin's birthday, we were at Onyx, and it was a girl that was trying to record the stage, and the DJ kept saying, put your phones down, put your phones away. Hey,
take your phone and delete the video.
The girls like was up there like mad as hell in real life, and I was just like, damn, like that's for real. Like, they didn't even want them to drop that snap off. We try to get that real quick Snapchat in.
Right.
Well, you gotta remember, some of them doing it and parents don't.
Oh yeah, they don't even know. You right.
You know what I mean? And it's like, you don't want their parents to find out, or they don't want they.
Could you date a dancer?
I could if her mission.
He could.
No, I could. I could if she's planning on stopping. if she has a goal that says, you know what, I was going to do this as far as I wanted to go, and I want a relationship. But if she want to stay with it, I can't. No, I couldn't date.
But what happens when your mom comes and your mom says that, hey, she's a stripper and you want to bring her to Thanksgiving dinner? And,
I'm the type. I never really care what nobody think. I mean,
see, that's the only bad part about it.
I mean, I would care what my mom think, but at the same time, if she's a good person, my mom know that she know that I wouldn't bring nobody over there that wasn't, you know, just because you strip don't mean you're a bad person, or just because it's people that go to church that's way worse,
right?
Mm-hmm.
And they know better and they doing worse. You know what I mean? So she know I wouldn't bring nobody over there like that. You know that I didn't feel like was a good person. So and I'm the type I don't really care. I tell anybody, yeah, I met her at the strip club. And that's my girl. I mean, I like her. She like me. I've never really. I never hide.
What about all the backlash you're gonna get from your cousins and everybody like, oh, she can get naked in front of anybody?
Yeah, but that's the thing about me. I mean, anybody that know me, they know I truly don't give a damn.
Would you? What if they wanted to go see her dance though?
No, they ain't going to do that.
But they might.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
I dated
a
guy and his friends have literally came and danced me. Do you really think that I'm going to turn down that money that his friends are trying to give me?
No, but that's what I was saying.
But then his friends be the same one in his ear saying, your girl's a dancer. But then they be the same ones who come and try to talk to me.
But that's what I'm saying. If she going to be my girl, I want her to be ready to stop. You know what I mean? That's why I said I couldn't date her if she was still going to do it. Right. That's why I'm saying if she plan on stopping it, she's gonna stop like in the near future. It can't be like a long way.
Right.
Like,
we ain't saying like 6 years, but probably what about like?
No, I wouldn't say. To be honest with you, not
it's
even
average about 6 years.
That's the average.
Yeah, it's
dance
average
span.
about 6 to 10 years. Yeah.
So I mean, would you be able to?
For 6 years?
Yeah.
No, hell no. Like I said, a year is too long. If I like her and she like me, and we talking, I say, are you going to plan on stopping this? It has to be like in the near future. I would say how long. If she say over a year or 2 years, I'm like.
But let me be honest from a perspective of an entertainer. You cannot put a time on it. Because, like, say, for example, you can make a lot of money. You can save a lot of money. But it just depends on what you're trying to do. Like, you can't just say, like, tomorrow I'm going to stop. Because if you do, you're never going to stop. Like, when I stopped dancing, I literally had to just walk out of the club and say, you know what, I'm not going back tomorrow.
But, yeah,
it was hard.
That's what I mean. Like, she going to have to want to stop. It's not it's not going to be me saying, you got to stop. It's going to be like, do you want to stop? Right. And if she agreed that she want to stop, then we can make it happen.
But she definitely has to want to do it.
Yeah, if she don't want to stop, then we can't. I can't do it.
Right.
Oh, I just that was something.
It's like smoking cigarettes. I mean, if you don't want to stop, you can't. You don't want to stop. You got to stop it yourself.
Hey, that's true.
That's true.
So.
That is definitely true. In reference to Players Club, shout out R.I.P. Bernie Mac, Charlie Murphy, and Michael Clark Duncan. They had a lot of folks in that movie, man.
Man. Boy, they were big.
Yeah. I had somebody, we were talking about strip clubs earlier today, and a friend of mine told me that her brother didn't want to take a whole group of white dudes to a black strip club.
Why?
Look,
he didn't want to?
He said he didn't want to.
Wait, say that again. He didn't want to.
He didn't want to take. He had like 10 of his white friends in town.
Okay.
And they all went to a football. They went to the Vikings and the Falcons game.
Okay.
And they were like, "Hey, we want to go to one of those strip clubs," but it wasn't like. They didn't want to go to, I don't know, like Pink Pony or whatever, anything like that. They wanted to go to a Blue Flame or V Live or Onyx or something like that.
Because Atlanta's a strip club capital. If they want to go to see a strip club, they want to go see a real strip club.
Right. If y'all saw a whole group of like white dudes walk in, do you look at them any different than a whole group of dudes, or it's just all dollar signs?
No, it's all dollar signs. But to be 100% honest, the white dudes, you're not going to have to work as hard. And they're going to be easier because, first of all, when you go to a white strip club, because I've worked in a white strip club before, they pay you for your time, your conversation. They appreciate the fact that you're even talking to them. Like, half of them, it's like counseling. It's like they're married. They want to freaking get away from their wife. They're going to talk to you about all their drama and their issues and stuff like that. And then they might occasionally want to see you shake your ass because they're fascinated because the white girls can't do it.
That's basically what they come for anyways.
Right.
Anyway.
Hey.
And they might ask you, like, do you mind if I touch? Just a little bit, just a tad. I'll pay you an extra $100.
And they just pap.
See, that's the difference. Like, in when you go like to certain strip clubs, you can't touch, but in certain ones you can.
Illegal.
And it's like
you can actually, if there's an undercover officer in the club and you do that, you can go to
anyone?
jail for solicitation.
In any of them?
And all of them.
Damn.
Because I saw the signs in Flame, and I went with one of my a cousin, and this dude, like, I paid for him a lap dance. Now I wasn't nowhere to sit, and she was out there shadow boxing, like there was zero contact, and I was just like, wait a minute. This is not what. This wasn't what I paid for. Like I mean, not that I was missing out on anything personally, but
you want your money worth.
I felt like
especially when it's bachelor parties. It's always the black guys with the bachelor parties. They be like, "Oh, grind on them, sit on them. Why? Yeah. So this girl comes and grinds her butt on you. I don't know what she has. I don't know what she has going on. She could have herpes on her booty, and she just touched your pants. And you want me to come behind her and grind on your same pants?
Damn.
So you be shadow boxing too?
I used to.
Oh, I used to. I was really amazed. Like I was like, oh my man. She just gave you an air lap dance, like.
Yeah.
I paid $10 for something that could have happened over there.
It's just dancing nude. It's entertainment. It's an entertainer, and like people be like stripper. Like we're not stripping. This is not the old days when you used to take off clothes and throw them. Like no, you're entertaining.
Easy now. Sorry about that.
They just said some strippers don't have a backup plan. On my life, they don't.
They don't have a backup plan. Well, yeah, they had to get one.
But that's usually the ones that's young and they really they don't have no goal. They just want to come in anyway, make a little money, have fun,
right?
Get all the free drink.
So,
right.
Who sets the rules? Who sets the rules in the boom boom room, as my brother said?
Well, I don't dance in clubs that have boom boom rooms, so because that invites other things. For example, follies,
What is a boom boom room for everybody that don't know that?
I don't know. 'Cause I've never been in one.
Oh, okay.
No, it's literally like the girls who do other things or want to shake their booty on somebody's lap, or maybe they do other things at some clubs I've heard.
Mm-hmm.
But I choose not to work at those type of clubs.
A little extra for the change.
Right.
Strange thing.
Then they're not entertainers. They're at that point prostitutes, I
thought. Yeah. When we was here on spring break back in 2004, we was outside of Strokers, and there was one of the guys that was with us didn't have an ID, so we couldn't go in.
Uh-huh.
We should have did them like y'all did. Detroit.
Don't call them out.
But yeah, it was two girls trying to solicit us out in the parking lot. I was like, wait a minute.
Did y'all go?
Yeah,
no, we ain't
that
go.
type of club that does that type of stuff.
We ain't go.
But like you said earlier, those are the different. That's like a different version of a club. Like you said, wax and you are a category. You can set your own standard. So it's like if you're more upscale, you're gonna gravitate towards the more upscale clubs like Magic City, Onyx, V Live. You know, if you want to be a little bit lower class and you really don't care and you really don't have a goal and you just want to,
Just want to see a little booty.
you just want, then you're gonna gravitate towards those type of clubs.
I was about to say you ain't got a name there.
What's
Hey.
too much during the lap dance?
What's too much doing a lap dance?
Yeah.
Anything besides not throwing money or paying for a lap dance?
Oh.
Okay.
So-
I would think he was saying something else. Okay.
You mean like touching? Like, yeah, touching. Because you got to think, okay, if typically a guy is not going to come in the club and get one dance. So it's just like I said with a girl dancing on him. Like, even if a guy tries to touch your private area, like, bro, you just touched this Corona, you just touched this counter, you just touched your money, and then you just tried to touch me. Like, ew. Like, I don't want a yeast infection.
See, you know what? I don't even know if a lot of people even think about that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Because
like, you don't have hand sanitizer. We're not walking around with hand sanitizer. Like,
They keep that towel though by the pole.
What's the towel for? Just to keep the moisture off?
no, it's because a lot of girls that do the pole, like, they're going up there naked, and so that's alcohol, so it's killing all the germs. So you spraying alcohol on the towel and you're wiping it down to keep the germs away, because there's a lot of germs, which is why the club is always cold too, to, you know, minimize the germs.
Yeah.
Spray that pole.
I just thought it was just trying to make sure it wasn't wet.
No.
I knew what that was.
Yeah. It's
You know,
nasty. Like, that stuff is nasty. Like, you can get an STD by touching something.
and this is not the place to just be randomly
Right.
touching
To
stuff.
just be randomly touching stuff. Like,
Atlanta just moved up one more notch.
Right.
They was at 5.
Damn.
Now they at 4.
Yeah, I gotta get it.
Yeah, you gotta go ahead and shut it on down, man.
Somebody wants
I
to go
gotta ahead
live
and
with
get
me.
settled down,
Oh, shit.
man.
Who trying to go live in these streets?
Let me see. I don't know.
But let me see what.
Oh, shoot. Somebody from Miami. I'm about to add them.
Miami, what's up, Miami?
Okay.
Mammy, what's going on? Welcome to the
Because this is
7.
Miami. This is like the strip club. Like, they got a lot of strip clubs out there.
Welcome to the 710 of Slickville. Hold on.
Are you going to give your input on the strip clubs in Miami?
Yeah, that.
We can't hear you.
No, he's turning the
You
radio
gotta turn
down.
your radio down.
Tell him just go ahead and call in to the radio show. 478-569-6474. We get him on.
Hello? I don't think he meant to.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he horny.
He driving.
Yeah, I know, right?
He gonna run out the road trying to go live.
Right.
So I want you to I'm gonna say a few sentences, and I want you to finish it with the first thing that comes to your mind.
Okay, hold on. Bro, go live with me, D-Boy. So you can have your input on this.
D-Boy, just go ahead and call into the radio show.
Or call in.
47. He ain't gonna call in.
He ain't gonna call
You nervous? All right. Well, look, we're not gonna wait on that. If you weren't dancing, you would be. I mean,
don't
if you weren't
dance.
bartending, you would be.
Doing the other things that I'm doing right now as well. I have a boutique and I do nails.
Oh, okay. Look,
Yeah.
I was about to say like we didn't know what that was. Like we didn't. All right. So
Where's your spot?
So I have a boutique. It's online. I just I had an actual location on Cheshire Bridge, and then I also had a location on the South Side, Metropolitan and Cleveland Avenue, and I just recently closed it and switched to doing it online because that's where most of the business is.
Mm-hmm.
So then I just went to school for nails. Like I do my own nails, but I do nails for a lot of people, and I plan on opening up a nail salon. Like
Shoot your website to
In the
some of the
bucket.
some
what?
of the ladies.
Yeah.
that
What's the online website name?
www.mysecretboutique.net.
All right. Y'all got that? www.mysecretboutique.net. What type of stuff you got in there?
Contemporary clothing, like party clothing for going out. Me and my best friend are actually about to start our own shoe line. So
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got clothes like that?
yeah, like this and better, more so better, because it's like going out, like the stuff that I've been posting on my page the last couple of days. Yeah, all that stuff is from my boutique. Everything I pretty much wear out to the club is from my boutique.
Okay. And your average price range? Is it like
anywhere between 30 and 60, just depending. Mostly dresses, pantsuits, you know. Affordable, but still nice and still good quality. Because, see, a lot of boutiques, like, say, for example, I know there's a boutique in Perimeter Mall. I won't say their name. We have the exact same stuff. And their prices are double mine because they're paying rent. So the fact that I'm just online, I get to compete with people and not actually sell my stuff for higher prices, and I sell my stuff faster.
Yeah,
then I also sell my stuff to the girls at V Live.
Yeah, I took my mom's to a boutique, and it was a T-shirt in there that was $35, and it's like.
Yeah, and it would probably be in my boutique for like half of that, because they had to pay rent and all that. Like, I had a dress for $30 that they had in there for $80.
Yeah.
So.
There's a question from the chat room. Julian want to know: has anyone ever threw change, like quarters and whatnot?
Oh hell no.
They were okay. So now they would probably get put out.
I never seen nobody do that before.
Oh, okay. No, and my mom said not coins. And my mom, I think she's trying to move down here. She wants to know: can she just bartend only and make money?
Yeah, she can.
Yes, Mom. But it will not be at V Live, thank you. or any.
Actually, a lot of the because I've been bartending for a while, but a lot of the hotels and stuff hire a lot of older people, and they make just as much money as us, and they get paid hourly. We don't get paid hourly. Like, they get paid like maybe like $18 an hour plus tips and gratuity automatically added onto the check.
Okay, so Ma, you can work at the W, but
right.
it would not at one of these strip clubs that I might frequent every now and then.
Yeah,
My mom actually works at the strip club with me.
Really?
What your mama look like?
She's fine.
What your mama look like?
I keep trying to add you. It won't add. She's
Hey,
fine. My
Mom.
mom is very fine. She looks like she's like 35.
Somebody in the chat room wanted to know if she was single.
She's actually a lesbian, but
Oh. Hey, who is this person? What you want? What's going on?
D-boy.
Hey, yeah, he.
His keep freezing. I don't know why it keeps freezing.
Shout out to Boost Mobile.
Get out the dead zone.
All right, so my celebrity crush is.
I don't know. Oh, yes, I do.
Yeah.
50 Cent.
50 Cent. Okay. My dream car is.
Every car I wanted, I had already. I would say maybe like I don't know, maybe a Wraith with a driver.
Okay. All right. Let me see. My next big purchase will be.
My nail salon.
Well, you got a location for that you thinking about?
Yeah. Smyrna or Buckhead?
Smyrna or Buckhead, okay.
China in the building.
Oh, yeah, we got listeners in from
How old
China.
am I? T. White, hush. How old am I? I'm 31.
Okay, and I plan to stop working at.
Never. I never plan on stop working because I like to make money. I don't like the actual money, but I love to make money. And I know a lot of people who are like 70 years old that are very, very, very wealthy. And these are like mentors and people who I look up to. Mm-hmm. And they still work and have a lot to do with their businesses. They travel a lot and take vacations, but that's why their businesses are as successful as they are.
Gotcha.
And they're like in the industry, So
That's what I'm talking about. All right, so, man, this time has actually been flying by. Do got a couple more questions before we get to this mailman segment real quick. If there was a strip Olympics, if there was a strip Olympics, whether it was pole, twerking, and other things like that, just straight up dancing. I know you biased. Would V Live be the gold medalist?
Yeah, because we're a brand and we're not just a club. We actually have 10 locations, so of course. And Fuck Fame, which is one of the most popular strippers, has one of the most biggest following besides Black China. And yeah.
She's a V Live person too.
Yeah, Miracle Watts came from V Live. Not Black China, but Lyric Galore came from V Live. Both of them came from the V Live in Houston, actually. You know, I don't want to keep naming, but you know, we got a lot of girls who've, you know, moved up.
Rick Ross, old girl right there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You know, I don't keep up with all the reality.
I don't know what he was doing.
I'm telling y'all that.
Huh?
I'm talking to.
There's a question from the chat room that's asking, do you have a 401k?
From when I used to work no, because I'm not an employee. I'm an independent contractor. But when I actually used to work in retail as a manager, yes, I do still have it, and no, I have not cashed it out yet.
Yes. Then that's what's up. That's what's up. And I had there was one other question that I had from the chat, and it was a friend of mine whose goal, and his goal was to real quick, because he wanted his goal. He wanted to say one of his goals in life was to get a stripper to turn away from that lifestyle.
For what?
He didn't necessarily say.
Just to turn away, I guess. Just to talk her out of it, I guess.
Talk her out of it, or to like, is he gonna take her out of it, or is he gonna talk her out of it, or is he gonna show her how to get out of it?
I think he was probably gonna be real nice and be a mentor, because he's friendly like that.
Just gonna talk.
But he's probably gonna talk about her life goals and stuff like that.
Oh, well, that's good. Everybody has a friend like that, I think, or needs one at least for every career.
Fair. Yeah, I agree. Have you ever had a time where you where a girl started and then you were just like, I think you'd be better suited to do something else, and it wasn't because she wasn't talented or it wasn't because of the personality. It was just you just saw something different for her.
Yeah, I just try to do that.
But I thought you just didn't want her to dance, but you wanted her to...
I saw potential. First of all, she's a graphic designer.
Mm-hmm.
Her boyfriend has a studio. He's an engineer, and she had a lot of resources and knew a lot of people. And I was just trying to tell her, like, that's not a good look. Like, when, you know, people come in the club and they see you in here dancing. But when they see you on the other side, you can make more business connections, especially if you and your man are trying to build, you know, like.
Right. Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
They said, people don't take your, people don't. Sometimes people might think that you're jealous or you hate, and so it's like you have to choose who you give, criticism to while you're in there. Now, if you know them outside of there, like I knew her outside of there, so that was the reason why. But you can't necessarily like just offer your opinion to somebody.
Gotcha.
Because they're gonna be like, bitch.
And to my man, I have a question. Can you hit the volume?
I know.
Who we got there, real quick?
This D-boy is my brother.
I'm back.
D-boy, shout out to Cricket. What's going on, my man?
Hey man, taking it easy.
I'm good, man. We chilling, man. What questions do you got for us today? Or do you got for Whitney?
About the strip club.
What input you got?
Oh yeah, ask him some questions because he goes in the strip club like every day.
Hey,
What's up? I'm listening.
Okay, D-boy, what's your favorite strip club, D-boy? This will work a whole lot better if you called in, my man.
What's my favorite strip club?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna even lie. I fuck with V Live.
And do you got a favorite dance up in there?
I got a favorite. I actually do though. I actually do. I don't even know be coming in there dancing sometimes, and she be getting the hell on. But her name Dream.
Oh,
Dream.
you like Dream? That's my dog. Me and her about to do a song together.
Is that the girl who
Dream, you know she's a rapper.
No, I ain't know that.
You rap?
Yeah.
You rap too?
I want to hear it. I want this song.
I'll give y'all one of my songs. See if I can play.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's what I'm
Hot
talking about.
shit.
So,
For real though.
Yeah.
Sis be going in.
all right, that's what I'm talking about.
Somebody said their favorite strip club is Blue Ivory. Some people said the Flame.
Flame. Okay.
Hey, I fuck with the Flame too though.
Yeah, I fuck with the Flame too.
Yeah, Flame. That's what they was shadow boxing that that one day. They had no contact on the lap dance for the homie. Not me, but the guy that I was with.
It made that clear. Not you.
Yeah, not me.
Not you.
Nah, it's contact made. I used extra
For his wife.
Yeah, he said not
fabric softener. No, she know. It ain't no deal. She know what goes down when I hit the strip club. It ain't no secret. Like,
That's a whole woman right there now. She ain't green and nothing.
Yeah, I'm not green or nothing. They know, but they didn't. I don't think they probably thought I was gonna come in here and be different. I gave it to them raw. I gave it to them real.
You gave it raw.
nah, that's what I was expecting. That's what I was expecting. She told me I was asking different questions, and that's what this is. That's what I do. I don't just ask the regular questions like, so how is it working at a strip club? Like, no, I don't do that. I can't do that. I want to know if you practice. I want to know like what's your favorite trick? What's the trick that
Don't
make
you
the most
practice
money?
this? Anything you do that you want to actually make money from or gain something from, you're gonna practice it.
I do my research, and I do go back and watch stuff that I get done with. After I get done, I do go back and critique myself. As far as being able to practice, I practice on my coworkers. Like I talk to them.
You asked a lot of questions.
I talk to them.
You asked a lot of
I
questions.
talk to them all the time about stuff. Yeah, I do ask questions.
You hit us with all the questions on.
It's just stuff that I have to know.
That's what he like though. That's what makes slick.
Right.
I just gotta ask these questions. It's stuff I gotta know. That's stuff I gotta know. Hey, so have you ever seen anybody fall off the pole?
Tip drill, and she had a realign her jaw. She was wired shut for like I want to say 6 months. I think she had to get like facial reconstruction.
6 months?
Yeah. She was drunk and she fell off the ceiling of King of Diamonds. If you know King of Diamonds, it's like literally like 3 stories.
Damn. I broke my jaw in 2001 playing basketball and down and across, and I don't think it wasn't 6 months, but they had to put my joint back together. I was in there looking like Kanye after the wreck.
She was like 50 Cent.
I would say like 50
yeah,
Cent
she was like
God.
wired, like she had to eat out of a tube. Like it was sad.
Dang, man.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Mom.
That'll change your life.
What's up, Mom?
What up, Mom? Oh, sniggity.
What's up, Mom?
Look, we trying. Somebody just tried to take a peek and see what's going on. Oh, you can't see your mom. Is D-Boy still on there?
Nah, D-Boy gone.
Oh, okay. All right, so Mailman, real quick. Oh, shoot, we got about 27 minutes left. Like I said, guys, if you have any questions, 478-569-6474. We're going to head on over to this mailbag real quick and see what we got up in here. I think it's things that you should not say at work.
Yeah, man. You know how things going on now. Everybody, all this harassments and all this stuff going on in the news, and everybody getting fired over this different thing. Well, I'm gonna tell you a few things you shouldn't say at work, especially guys.
I wonder if this will work in the club as well. If these are relate to the club as well.
Oh man, I don't know.
Because it's cooks in there. It's cooks and security guards and whatnot. So let's see.
It's gonna be a little bit of this, a little bit of that. That shirt really brings out your breast.
I mean, look.
You can't say that at work. You can't say that at work.
I mean, when Whitney go to work today,
You can say that at my job.
You say that.
they'll probably say that when she get it.
Do fries come with that shape?
You can't say that.
You can't say that.
No.
Right? No.
No.
Weinstein said that.
Who? Yeah, he messed up. Nice camel toe.
People say that to me all the time, and it's so annoying.
Really?
Yeah.
At the club, or you talking about just out?
They say at the gym.
Everywhere, but yeah, it's annoying. But
They really
mostly
just
at
come out
work.
and say that?
Yeah,
They over there checking out that yakket.
Damn,
and it's
that's
annoying.
that's
It's kind of
bold
like
as hell.
immature, you know.
Yeah, that's bold to just come out and say that.
But it's
Man.
drunk guys, though. You gotta understand.
Oh,
It's
okay.
drunk guys.
So is that So is that? Wait. So what's the outfit? Just you said drunk guys because if you're at the gym, I
let's
hope they
see.
not drinking.
Sorry.
that's counterproductive.
I guess I don't know, man. It just depends on what you're wearing. I guess. No,
Well, I mean, we have uniforms, so it's like it's all.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You know,
Man, that's bold to just come out and say that.
like I mean, you can't really see the pictures and stuff, but you know, like they're tight. Like
Oh,
that's at work.
that's the
at
uniform?
work. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Let me see that uniform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seeing that, I think I double tapped on that one. My brother said, are you happy to see me or is it just cold in here?
Yeah, you can't say that at work. You can't say that at work, man.
That's my brother.
Can I smell your hair?
That's kind of creepy. Yeah, that'll get
Yeah.
you sent straight
But
to
I have
HR.
like came home from work and my boyfriend be like, "Oh, your hair stink. Like, go somewhere."
Why was your
Because
hair
it
stink?
smoke.
They smoke. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Hey,
Most of them know. Well, a lot
No,
of them don't
man.
let you smoke no more.
are you serious? Man, they be in there
Well,
smoking.
I
They smoke
They definitely.
Really?
everything in there.
Damn.
Like I was in a spot and they was actually like dude hit it and passed
Right.
to one of the dancers and she went ahead and took a couple pulls and gave it back. I was like, y'all know each other?
You know, now you mentioned it, I did.
I see that a lot.
That man gonna have all kind of mono.
Mm-hmm. You feel me?
If you're not busy later, can we Netflix and chill?
Yeah, that's HR.
That'll get you out HR.
Straight to HR.
Yeah, that's one of those Myron.
They probably would say that in the club too.
What's his name? Myron Melvin.
Myron.
Yeah, Myron.
Myron would say that.
Myron,
Myron,
that's the
it's
name you
Myron.
gave it, Myron.
Myron, that's his real name in the movie.
Oh, that's right.
That's
His
that
name
dude
is
real.
Myron.
That's that
Yeah,
dude
that's the
real
Players Club dude.
Oh, I wasn't thinking about it. When you know you be saying different names. I just
Nah,
I just
man.
go with it. I forgot about his name, Myron.
You can type in Players Club.
Aw,
I
thank
remember
you.
that.
Myron to pop in.
What would you do for a raise?
That's Russell Simmons right there.
Right.
Man,
No,
I feel
Eric-
bad for old Russ, man.
Hey, Russ can't be out there doing those things,
Yeah,
man.
I mean,
He was doing that?
Yeah, Russ he
he
under fire too.
He had
Like
let
Bill
go-
Cosby?
he let
But
go
you know,
all this
everybody
stuff.
from Hollywood, like, that's what they do. Like,
He let go all
that's
this,
what they do. Like, I hate to say it,
Okay.
but in the industry, and that's the reason why, like, when I rap, but I rap for fun. Because I know a lot of rappers, a lot of people in the industry, and it's like, yeah, it's easy because I sound good. My stuff sounds good. I'll let y'all hear it. But, like, to get up there as a female,
They be like, so
yeah, you pretty much, that's what you have to do.
everybody gonna be at the studio a little bit later. So why don't you swing on through? We
Yeah,
go through a
nah,
couple
yeah, you
tracks.
come over here,
Be
yeah,
like Eminem on 8 Mile.
Right, right. And then they want you to come at 3 o'clock in the morning, not 3 o'clock in the afternoon when nobody's doing nothing, but 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, that's big.
3 o'clock in the morning. You know,
Big giveaway.
you gotta grind. We gonna grind.
You can't say what that mouth do.
Nah.
No, that's not good.
Hey, what?
Get you put it.
What that mouth do? What that mouth do? Is get that pink slip in a box immediately. Put on your desk.
Get it put,
Him and Myra might be cousins, I think.
You and my let me see, Moby, Mailman Myra.
No,
Yeah.
I'm just telling you.
Oh, that was an accident.
I'm telling you things you can't say. I'm telling you things you can't say.
See,
Your husband don't have to find out.
see
Now, they
that?
say that a lot.
Really.
Yeah, they will say that a lot. Like, they don't care. Especially if it's a boss and he know he a boss. and he feel like you might be messing with a boss because the way you carry yourself.
They be like, yo,
They think they
husband.
can take you. The whole object of the game is to take you.
So they tell you, like, your dude don't have to find out? Or what they be like?
That's why they reel you in.
They be like, my wife don't have to find out? I mean, they hear so.
Because if y'all both got something to lose, they feel like, they say that a lot.
Man. It is. How often do that work?
Never.
I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing with you.
I'm sure it works.
If I'm going to leave one for the other, it got to
be.
be an upgrade. It can't be something equal. You might as well stick with what you got.
That's true.
That is all facts. So, baby, Oprah come calling. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I agree. I second
Yeah,
that.
I mean, if
Shoot, y'all, Oprah can have both of y'all.
Serena Williams be like, hey, I'm gonna lead that vanilla swirl over there, and I'm gonna, baby, look, Serena just gonna be a rental.
Look, I'm doing this for the both of us.
It's for a rental.
For our future.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I look. Wait for me. Wait for me. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's.
Somebody just said just now, Winnie, you have some nice boobs. Thank you.
Glad we ain't at work.
Oh, right, yeah,
Right.
Damn.
right on time. Whoever that was.
Oh, man, that's crazy. Must be jelly because jam don't shake like that.
Oh man, you went straight back. Jerome said that.
That'll get you put out.
Yeah, immediately. Immediately. Like I say a lot of inappropriate stuff at work. None of this stuff be like that. But I do talk about stuff all the time.
Yeah.
Not like I talk about like the way people dress all the time. But
Really?
yeah, man. Like it's a dude that come to work. He know he shouldn't. He know he need a belt. Like if you grown, he clearly about 60 years old. Never wear a belt.
You got the
Like
plumber's crack.
he's Zach Morris' daddy. Nah, he just never wear a belt. If he had his crack out, then I would report him. What you need?
I was trying to put in a number.
Yeah, 478-569-6474. What else we got?
That's about it, man. Just a few of them. Shoot a few of them out. That was it.
Hey man, I'd say the jelly, cause jam don't shake like that. You know, you be like, hey, you know, those people that be trying to get mad at the water cooler all the time.
Y'all a mess.
Like those type of things just can't
Thank you.
just can't happen. It just can't happen.
Or you can't be walking by them and say, I'm gonna slide by you. You think that'll get you in trouble?
It depends on how many times you do it.
Mm.
Like, okay.
Or how close?
Look, this is perfect. So in the club, so one thing that we used to laugh at is, you know, when it get real crowded, and especially, you know, it's a
you
whole
talking about like the dance club.
yeah, dance club. Dudes be like sliding by like, excuse me, excuse me,
Bump it against
excuse me.
rub it against the back.
How many? Does that happen a lot?
Yeah.
And see, inappropriate, highly inappropriate. What if your coworker did that?
What do you mean, like the bar
Like,
back or
y'all
something?
y'all got dudes that work there in bar back.
Oh yeah, they do, and you might just slap the shit out of one of them.
Oh, she was serious about that. Like,
That must have like happened.
Yeah. Y'all are a mess.
You gave him a left, didn't you? You gave him that left.
Yeah, no, they know. No, I'm a bitch. Like, I'm a total bitch. I'm sorry, but you have to be, because if you don't, like, you look a certain way, so people automatically assume that you might be about this or that, and you're really not. Like, you know.
But as the manager, you do gotta be a little different.
Yeah, but I'm only the bar manager.
Oh.
So.
So, my brother said your Victoria's Secret needs to talk to me.
Come and talk to me.
Hey,
No.
Julian, you're a creep. Like,
Hey, you talking about me last week, Julian?
you got all the little sayings. I wonder, Yeah, he got all the little sayings.
True, man.
And so, we got about 15. We got about a good 15 minutes left.
Hit them bars.
Oh yeah. So you got some tracks already, or you got an album, or you just got a?
So I'm like working on like putting together a mixtape right now. I like have like been like mixing like a few people's songs that are very popular. Just like, you know, doing freestyles. It's been like 16s. They play my stuff in Be Live, Magic City. Just recently Medusa.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when will I get a chance to hear, or when will we get a chance to hear?
I can forward you something right now if you want. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
email
you
it.
just go ahead and send that to the Instinct Radio Live at okay. Cause that's what we do. We go ahead and get stuff cracking. Like we had Mailman and sung a couple times on the show. Hey,
Okay.
you know, so just in case you need somebody to do a hook, you got something ready?
I always got something ready. Let me see.
Let me see what we got.
You know damn well where he was last night. It makes no sense. Every day you fight makes me so mad. What he put you through. When I'm the only man that's made for you.
I hear
See?
you, Mailman.
Mailman.
Little bit.
Mailman over there delivering the mail.
Then dropped off the vocals right quick. That's what I'm talking about. We do this stuff. We it don't even matter. We just have stuff on deck. Any other people comment? What they say? That's what I'm talking about.
They just saying, hey, they ain't saying nothing.
Oh, they said.
Yeah, I sent it.
Yeah, they said shoot your shot.
Somebody
man.
said ask her to stand so we can see.
Y'all want me to stand up so y'all can see me? Okay.
Go ahead. Let them see. Can we?
You all right over there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if they can.
I don't think y'all can see me.
It's the way. Yeah, you sure? Y'all, we'll be taking pictures after the show, so y'all be able to check out.
Somebody said you sound good, and then somebody said check their page for R&B, and then somebody gave you a thumbs up.
Appreciate it.
That's
Shout
what.
out to y'all. Everybody
Mailman
that's watching.
said shout out to y'all. You want me to tell them where to follow you at, Mailman?
Yeah, you can find me at Mailman Moby on Instagram. MailManMobey.
Yeah.
Mailman Moby.
Yeah, Mailman Moby. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm not finna dance for y'all. Y'all ain't got no cash.
Yeah. They need to get that PayPal kicked
I
up.
knew it was coming. I didn't know when, though. I didn't know who was going to say it.
My followers off the chain, though. They go.
I see.
Especially like when I be at home and I might be on live or something like that, and I might have on like a bra and like some workout pants or something like that. They go crazy. They be just doing the most.
I can just imagine. So, look, we was asking the ladies last week about social media and stuff like that, and I'm pretty sure your social media stay on fire.
Yeah, it does, but
Let us see your DM.
It goes back in the DM.
my DM goes down.
I don't think I want to see your DM because I do not.
You don't want to see. You
wanna-
don't want to see that egg.
I ain't trying to see no wood. I mean,
You
like,
don't want to see the eggplant emojis.
nah, absolutely not.
I don't get the dick pics anymore, but
What stopped that?
I think you have to like let people know like your personality, how you are.
She posted one and it was little.
She put them
It
on
said
blast.
I just sent it again.
She posted one. It wasn't what they thought it was.
Nah, I will literally like blast you. Yeah, I'll repost you or yeah.
So
Like stay out of my DM like that.
Hey, this is probably a different question, but I'm pretty sure it happens with guys that may not be used to being around a particular caliber of woman. Have you ever danced on somebody and they just was like, they just finished? What we got? This one, that one.
Was they finished?
That one. Hold on, there you go.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh.
There we go. We just gonna get it just popped off right there.
Boom, boom.
Yeah. And so look, we're gonna play this get this single popping. What's your rap name?
Whitney.
Oh, she's gonna go straight with it.
Whitney. This is what's the name of this freestyle?
Whitney Too Hottie.
All right, so we got a freestyle by Whitney Too Hottie. Wait, Whitney called Whitney Too Hottie on the 710 of Slickville show. We ready.
One thing about it, some of you bitches need to fucking relax. Facts. They say I'm Scotty too hottie, my body, it look like I'm working at Follies. Sipping that ace of that spade, I might fuck with the him, but don't fuck with Bacardi. Sorry, not sorry, the life of the party. You catching no Uber, I'm in a Ferrari. It's Whitney the Barbie, don't think you can harm me. I came with an army, I fuck with the party. He said I'm WCW, he told me that you that TBT. You gotta fuck to compete with me, I still don't want him to sleep with me. You bitches still on that EBT, you gon' see me on that BET. He like that weather, that booty top, but you won't see me on that DVD. Nigga lied on his dick, I ain't even let him smash. I wouldn't even let him swipe, cause I don't want the square cash. Passing like I'm Steve Nash, I should've put him in the trash. He said, Whitney, you an asset, but he was trying to get some ass. Ass shaped like a peach, I done moved to the peach state. He wanna see my birthday suit, I told him I just want the cheesecake. He told me that he a head doctor, I told the doctor your degree fake. So he gave me a blowjob, he ate that pussy till his knees ache. Hoes hating cause my breast size, thick thighs with a cute face. I be flossing like the dentist, I might be fresher than a toothpaste. I'm the truth and that been true, I got ends for the trends, boo. You done bought a Gucci bag but it ain't Gucci, you returned it cause the rent due. Me and Mo on the shopping spree, copy and paste wanna copy me. Humor me with the comedy, I get dollars, you shop at Dollar Tree. No squads in my circle geometry, locked him in, he wouldn't stop calling me. Put the cut him off like I'm Cardi B, you bitches can't fuck with my artistry. I told y'all bitches that y'all wasn't fucking with me.
I told y'all.
Made me show my craft. It's okay, I'ma give y'all another chance.
I told y'all we gonna give y'all another chance.
Whitney.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Thank you.
That's what I'm. Look. I ain't know what.
I would embarrass myself,
Huh? Now you know what?
but I'm just, trying to perfect it because I was rapping like, 3-4 years ago, and then I stopped, and then I just, just started back. But
What made you stop?
I don't, because it's not like something that I really want to do. Like, it's not like my ultimate life goal, but it's something that could help me get me to another level with everything else that I do want to do. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, it's a lot of
Just what a lot of people.
a lot of fires in the pan.
Yeah, that was me.
I like that one though. I like that.
Nice beat.
They call it in too.
710 in Slickville. Who we got on the line?
It's Kevin.
Who we got?
Kevin.
Hey, what can we do for you? And make it quick. We ain't got a lot of time.
What y'all doing right now?
They probably one of my Instagram followers called it.
Oh,
Y'all
well,
on live?
yeah, it's live right now. It's live radio. Let's roll.
No, I just asked it. This is my first time call. I ain't know.
Oh, man, I'm glad. I appreciate you calling in, my man.
We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, have a good evening. Yeah, so 710
North Carolina,
Slickville.
but I grew up here.
Huh? Say that again.
My life.
Oh.
My life.
Oh, okay. Hey, man. Yeah, thank you for calling in. That's what I'm talking about.
Off, didn't he?
Huh?
You should have said his name or something.
Right. He like,
his
huh?
name
What y'all
out there.
doing? Like, you thought you was calling to talk to me?
I mean, he
You
could
wanna come talk to
have
the
he could have
Whitney?
said something. He could have said something
Oh,
directly
you
to
just
you.
called. So why you ain't say nothing? You acting like you was scared, like you didn't know what to say. You didn't know it was a radio show.
Yeah, this is
I said that.
this is a live radio show,
It's a
my
live
man.
radio show.
So we.
Right. My live about to end in 2 minutes too.
Oh well, we got about That's right on time then. Like I said, man, hey, for everybody, if you do not get a question answered, or you shouldn't have any more, questions about anything that goes on in the strip club, because we definitely got the real from Whitney, and I greatly appreciate you coming on through. Tell everybody these people already follow you, but for the people that's on the Facebook and that's watching on YouTube Live and everywhere else on the Instinct Radio app, if you haven't downloaded already, go ahead and download that. How can they follow you?
You can follow me on all social networking sites, The Whitney M. That's Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
All right. And it said The Whitney M. And if you're not following the 710 Slickville show on social media, go ahead and follow me. That's 7102 Slickville show on Instagram, 710 Slickville on Facebook, YouTube. Go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube, because we got these shows and everything up there as well. The next show will be December 18th. And we're going to bring something else special for you all today. On that day. It'll be the same time at 9 p.m. Like I said, if you guys tune in, let me know what you guys think about this. Show. If you have any other questions for Whitney, go ahead and let me know. We'll go ahead and get those over to her. But until next time, we will see you guys later. Holla at your boy.
The biggest station in the world, playing all of today's hits. You're listening to Instinct Radio.